right, so example 3 is just so easy, because we are using all we have learned so far. We are applying all we have learned so far to from example 1 and 2 to example 3. And in that example 3, x of n is even equal to 1. It's not even it's not even equal to one complex thing like that. Okay, so let's just example 3. Of course, we have what? The form from the formula x of n will be what? X of z, sorry. X of z will be this from what? N negative infinity to positive infinity, and then x of n 0 to minus 1. But in our case here, what is x of n? X of n is just 1. See this this example, it's just so simple. Okay, it's just so simple. So from n equals to 0, okay, so x of n is what? 1. So 1 times what? Z is by what? N. Sorry, this is my formula. This is n, abo. Sorry about that. This is minus n. Sorry about that. Okay, so that is 1. So we'll now have what? X of z equals this n from 0 towards infinity, and we just have what? Z is power minus n. So because x of n is just 1 now. 1 times 0 to power minus n is the same thing as 0 to power minus n. So by the time you begin to say when n equals 0, 1, 2, and yada yada, all you just have is what? For the first term, x of z for the first term will be what? 0 to power 0. Of course, that is what? That will give you what? 1. That will give you 1. Okay, which is what you have here. 0 to power 0. That will give you 1. Okay, the 1 should have been written here, 1. Then for the second term, it will be what? 0 to power minus 1. Okay, the second term, n is 1 now. The third term, n is 2. So the third term will be what? 0 to power minus 2. And then 0 to power minus 3, and so on until you have what? 0 to power minus n. Okay, so that's equation 1. Then, of course, you take the second term, use it to multiply both sides. So this multiplies this, will give you this part, just like we did. Okay, and this multiply this will give you what? Think. It will give you exactly this, because here they are supposed to write. They are supposed to turn this guy to 1. Oh, this thing should be 1, because this is all equal to what? 1. So we should have 1 there. So when you are multiplying both sides by 0 to power minus 1, this multiplies this. Fine. All right, fine. Now for this multiply, okay, let's just write everything out first. This guy, look at it written outside. Everything here, look at it here. You see that they have changed this 0 to power 0 to what? 1. This one, look at it. Okay, this one, look at it. So now we start by saying this multiply the first term. I think no need for me to color it again now, because I've colored it in the example 1 and 2. So this multiply this, give you this. Sweet. This multiply this. Remember, 0 to power minus 1 times 0 to power minus 1, because of so that will be what? Z 1, z minus 1, give you what? Z minus 1 plus minus 1 indices now. So this will be what? Z is power what? Minus 1 minus 1, 0 is power, oh shit, 0 is power what? Minus 2. Okay, that's what happened here. So the same idea. This times this will give you this. This times this will give you this. This times this. This one, they brought this guy out. So this times this will be what? Will give you z minus n minus 1. because based on indices, you have to add the powers. Add the powers is okay. Add the powers. But when you see plus and minus together like this, you take the what? Minus. So this is what you have. This guy down, this one down, this one down, this one down, this guy down. Okay. Then you do the normal thing by saying from equation 1, look at equation 1. You move this one this way. When you move this one, you bring it this way to join here. Of course, it becomes -1. The rest parts looks like the first part of what? Equation 2 up to somewhere here. Okay. So, meaning from equation 1, what's this? This thing, hey guys, look carefully. This thing should be what? Look at this thing. This thing should be what? X of z minus 1. That's what you have there. Not raised to power -1. It's -1. Look, when they solve it down, you see the effect. You see the effect. See, I guess that's just one maybe when they were typing it or something. So okay, so that's the meaning of that. This should not be on top. This should be like the same line. Let's say so where are we now? Okay, so I said that thing should be what? X of z minus what? 1 is equal to what? Z minus 1 plus z, I mean raised to power -1, raised to power -2 plus z raised to power -3, and then what? Plus that z raised to power -n. And when you put that into equation 2, okay, we'll do the putting, but we'll put that by ourselves because what I'm seeing here is somehow. So where is equation 2? Okay, so look at equation 2. So if you put that into equation 2, what you have is what? X, equation 2 is what? X of z times z minus 1 equal to what? Everything now, everything here now will become what? Just what? This first part. Okay, then plus this ending. So we are going to see everything becoming what? Everything becoming what? X of z minus 1. Okay, and then plus z raised to power -n minus 1. Do we get what just happened? Everything here, okay, everything here is the same thing as everything here now. This z raised to power -n is somewhere here. So everything here is equal to what? X of z minus 1. So I've replaced it with x of z minus 1. Then the remaining part of equation 2, the remaining part is what? Z raised to power -n minus 1. This is it here. Okay. So let's use this part to finish it because I'm seeing some things are not really like typographical error or something. So let's finish it with this thing here. All right. So once we are done here, we'll go back and compare with the answer. The last answer should be correct. Okay, they should match. So let's just follow the principle and finish this. All right. So since we have it like this, now we want to move this guy to this other side, right? But if we do that, this will not be a minus sign. So we divide through by what? -1 now. Divide through by -1. So meaning this first part will become what? Minus z minus, minus x of z minus x of z minus x of z 0 raised to power -1. Okay, then equal to minus z minus x of z brother minus x of z, then here will become +1. Okay, then here will become what? Minus z raised to power -n minus 1. Okay, now we can do what? We can move this one this way. So it now become what? X of z, then we'll bring this one down to give us what? Minus x of z z minus 1 equals, then this guy will just drop it down, which is what, 1. Then we just drop the other one also. Good. And then what next? We factor out what, x of z. So that will give you what, here will be x of z. What will be left is what, after you factor out x of z from here, 1 will be left. So you have what, 1 minus, we factor out x of z already, so here will just be left with this guy. So that will be what, z raised to the power minus 1 equal to 1 minus z raised to the power minus n minus 1. So of course divide both sides by this whole thing. That will give you what, divide both sides by 1 minus z okay. So of course cancel out. So what we now have left is what, x of z will be equal to what, 1 minus I need to see that top. It will be 1 minus z all over, I need to put that bracket, all over 1 minus z is power minus 1. Now the one that bears the n, is the one we look at to say if z is power minus n minus 1, okay, or just even the z self, okay. So if z raised to power minus 1, forget about the n, okay, if z raised to power minus 1 is what, less than 0, then z raised to power minus 1 minus, sorry, z raised to power minus n minus 1 what equals to 0 as n tends to what, infinity. Okay, meaning just like I explained in the previous videos, as n 0.5 raised to power something very big, okay, this answer will be what, 0.0000000. So just consider all these parts that bears power of n to be what, 0, meaning x of z will not be what, x of z be equal to what, 1 over, what is it, what do we have there, 1 over what, 1 minus z raised to power minus 1, 1 minus z raised to power minus 1, 1 minus z raised to power minus 1. So this should be our final answer. Okay, so let's go check. I confirm. Okay. Yeah, x of z equals z. Are you kidding? Okay. Aha. So this is where hold up. This is where we are. 1. This is where we are. X of z equals 1 over 1 minus 0 to the power minus 1, which is what we have, here. Okay, what we have here. Very nice. Okay, what they did is just to rearrange it in a way that we have what, z on top and this. So let's quickly do that. We can do it. So what happened here, remove this final thing. Okay. So what happened here is to do what, say that x of z, if somebody is asking in the comment section, can we just leave our answer like this? Yes, you can leave your answer like that. Okay, you've done well. Okay, so but just to simplify further, 1 minus 1 over z, okay, because something like this also means what, 1 over it. Okay, so that's what we just did here. And of course, applying the concept of fraction, and this times this. So that will be what, 1 all over z minus 1 all over z. Okay, because this times this will give you z here, which is this. This times this will give you what, z here. This times this will give you what, z here. So now, so we can actually just bring this part out. Okay, this whole thing is dividing this guy, right? So we can bring it out by saying Okay, so that's just like saying 1 is being divided by what? It's being divided by z minus 1 over z. Is that not so? Which is what? 1 times what? Z. If you change that division to, change the division to what? Change this division to, sorry, yeah, correct now. Change this division to multiplication. These guys will go the opposite side, like reciprocal, invert, okay? So that's what we have here. So this time this will give you what? So that will give you what? X of z, z all over z minus 1. So now we can stop here. Power set. Bing, 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 bing. Stop there. Correct. Woo. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. Like, share, subscribe, and comment.